This is the morning we got at the shop. Still got a lot of the same. We'll walk through the door. I left Stiffy at home. Got a lot of work to do. Still got that in here. Been screwing around with that a little bit. But we're put the old oil burner furnace up. If anybody knows how them work. That's what the big tank is back there. I actually have two of them. Built me a couple big funnel pans. Looks like a mess, doesn't it? Tell you what, that oil burner furnace is a pretty handy device. Not the most efficient if you think gallons per hour, but free fuel makes a pretty good difference. And I've been through this thing and became a clean burn technician since I bought the place. Just a little insight on how we roll in the winter. We're not even getting cold outside yet. Always willing to show how we do it. Got a little project over here we're trying to work on. I probably won't record much of this because I'm just learning. Doing a little TIG welding. The best way I've ever learned is to try. And I blew a hole through it. But I'm learning. And we'll just had a crack in it. We're just trying to seal up the crack and see what we can do here. And I just need to if you ever want to try something, I mean, worst case scenario, I'm just going to end up buying another case, or I'm going to warp this one really bad. But it's the one thing about this kind of stuff. If you want to do it, do it. Find a way. Oil burner for heat. That's how we roll in the winter. Not really an advertisement. There's different brands out there. This one seems to work. I acquired this with the shop. And I'd worked in the shop and it just never seemed to work quite right. And after I bought the place and had a little time, I knew it wasn't working right. My OCD kicked in and I thought I had to fix the thing. That's the pump, pumps the oil from the tank. Hey, it just got quieter. And so I found out that the pressure regulator didn't have the stopper in it, it just had the spring, so that pump was always pumping all the time, wouldn't build any pressure. It was just returning, but it was still giving just enough oil to run the damn thing. And I realized there was a piece missing in there and went back on the lathe and cut me a little, I call it a puck, put in there so it sat in the spring and plugged the hole. Then I could adjust my pressures. And it turned it into a whole different furnace. But this thing's been here as long as I can remember, in at least 15 years. 2011 is when I first came here. And I don't know for sure. I think there was a couple other guys that worked, kind of kept it going, but last year I took the whole burner box off and completely went through it. Oil was coked in there, and it works better than I've ever seen it work before right now. It's a pretty good system. Next year we're going to be having it hanging from up above. I didn't get to it this year, but here we go. Ready for winter, at least this much. Now I got to get a four-wheeler or a six-wheeler with a snowplow on it, because right now I'm just borrowing the neighbor's. He's all right with that because I'm keeping it inside. So it's kind of how we prepare for winter. Late, of course, because we never do anything in a timely fashion. But Got two of them here. That was my tried and true. This one I just bought. We're gonna have some fun. I'm really interested in getting this running and seeing if I can do donuts with it. This one, I know I can do donuts with. I've done it. And actually that one too. Which, the owner of that one's looking for another one, and I told him dibs. Because you can never have too many Polaris 500s in my book. They're good old machines if they're not completely ratted out. They just, for what we do here, forward and reverse, and put a plow on them, put a couple tires on it, pushing cars in and out, pulling cars around. I've pushed them clear across town. Just run them in low range, and the belts seem to last forever. I really thought when I first seen one of these pushing a car, I'm like, you must change belts on that all the time. And I know that one's never had a belt on it. I know this one supposedly had a belt on it before I bought it. I've only smelled it once, and that was because I got going, stuck it in high gear, and then started pushing the car again, and I started smelling the belt. So I do know for sure, low gear, or you will eat the belts. But they're pretty good old machines, fairly simple. And this one runs on carb spray. I just need to get the carburetor off of it, and I think I'm going to take the winch off of this one, if I don't buy a new one, if Mama's not looking. Put a winch on that. And this may just become our main machine here. I don't know how good it's going to be for pushing snow, because I get into some tight areas. That extra wheel hanging off the back may be a issue. But just some thoughts about winter. You can hold me to it. We'll see if I accomplish anything, or if we just work and pay the bills. Hopefully we start having some fun. If you like our content, check us out. Stiffy's Automotive. We're just trying to have a little fun, maybe entertain a few people. Just check us out. Like and subscribe. All the subscriptions we could get. We get 1,000 subscribers, we might have a party and show you. You know, 'cause that's how we roll. Much love to all 3 of my subscribers. Thanks, guys. There's 50.